Welcome back. In this lecture, you're gonna learn how to create an event's custom audience. Now, if you are not planning on creating or using any events anytime soon, you can skip this lecture because the options in here aren't really going to be anything new. However, if you are planning on actually creating an event or using events and then you want to create a custom audience from that, then stick around because I want to explain some of the different options in there. But if you're not planning on that, then this is nothing new. You'll already know how to do this. You can skip to the next lecture. But otherwise, follow along and let's dive in. So starting off here again, we're going to click on Create Audience, Custom Audience, and then we're going to go ahead and click on Events. And from here, not much new under the sun, as they say. Include people who meet any of the following criteria. Usually we want to go with that, or we can go with all, but usually we want to go with any. And then this is where it gets interesting because here we have a couple of different options. So what we can do at this point is that we can target the people and create an audience out of people who responded going, interested, or who visited the events page. Now this is going to be the largest amount of audience you can get, right? People who just visited the page. People who have engaged with tickets, who have purchased tickets, or who had intention of purchasing tickets. Now, of course, this is all going to depend on what your strategy is. But say, for example, that everyone who has visited the events page, they are probably interested in the events itself, but they decided not to pursue it further, or at least not take any action. So what you could do is that you could target all of those people, turn them into an audience, and then try to create an ad to have them take an action, right? Or maybe do some discount offer ad, for example. You could also, of course, market to the people who has responded going, and then you can try to make an upsell to those people, right? And if it's something that you're already selling, you could people who have purchased tickets, you could target those people, especially if it's an event where you can either go for free or you can purchase ticket to it and get some premium features, right? Those people who purchase tickets and want some premium features, they might even be up for another upsell. So depending on the size of the events and what you have to offer, you might want to create an audience out of those people and then try to upsell something to them. Then similarly, people who had intention of purchasing tickets, those would be the people who chose the ticket, went to the checkout, and then they decided not to actually pay. They just closed the tab down, also known as abandoned cart, right? So what you could do is use target them and turn them into an audience and then try to make them actually buy the ticket. This would of course be a form of remarketing, right? And a very effective one at that. So there are some couple of different options, and again, it's gonna depend on what your strategy is, how broad you want to go, or how specific you want to go. But understand that you have some remarketing possibilities. You can go really broad, and then you can also go with the upsell. And those were some different strategies that I wanted to show you if you're interested in actually creating a custom audience from your events, right? And once you have decided, we're gonna go with just visited right now. Once you have decided, just like before, you're gonna select specific events. Right now, we don't actually have any specific events, so we can't select any. But once you do, and you select that one, you name your audience, and then you create it. Nothing new under the sun, as they say. So it's very simple. Once you know this procedure, you can pretty much do most of them, right? And then you create your audience. We cannot at this point, and then you have it. That's how you create an event's custom audience. Super powerful if you are actually going to be creating events, right? See you in the next lecture.